Hello friends. Today's class, we're going to do a bit of hip mobility. So mainly working on internal rotation. So we're going to work through mainly through a 90-90 position. And we'll go through a few different drills to strengthen that. Internal rotation are really important, and for most of us, myself included, very weak in this position. So work at strengthening that, and this is the video that you can come back to and do pretty regularly, put it in as part of your regular routine. You'll see some benefits pretty quickly. So a couple of things to get started. Firstly, we need to just firstly understand anterior and posterior tilt of the pelvis. For this one, we're looking for an anterior tilt. So come into hands and knees, tabletop position, and pull the chest forward and stick your bum up towards the sky. This is an anterior tilt of the pelvis. This is what we're going for today in our 90-90. The opposite will be posterior, where you come into more of a cat shape where you round in and tuck the tail under. So again, just feel that and feel the opposite, which is what we're after. Bum sticking up towards the sky, coming into a little bit of a back bend. All right, let's come into our 90-90, everybody. So take your left shin across the front of the mat, left shin horizontal with the front of the mat or parallel, and then the back leg reaching back behind you, and it's in that 90-degree angle. So if you look at your left hip is lined up with the left knee to left ankle. Same with the back leg, back hip, back knee, back ankle, all in a line. If this is a little pinchy for you, doesn't feel nice in the hips, you can decrease the angle here by pulling your heels closer in towards you. Or if it's not working, like I mentioned before, you can grab your block and place it underneath that front hip. Give you a little bit of height. Might help you out there a little bit. So we're back in our 90-90 position here. Firstly, let's get into that anterior tilt. So bring your hands down, lift your bum up a little bit, and then try and poke your bum up towards the sky here. So reaching that bum back just like we did in that cow shape. And then come back down, try and maintain that anterior tilt. And then from here, I'm sitting up nice and tall. You might be sitting up nice and tall like me if that's not comfortable for you. You can lean a little bit off to the side or hand a little bit off to the side, but then still try and keep the spine nice and tall. Okay? Firstly, we're going to start with our pails and rails. So find your tall position, and then instead of folding forward, reach the chest straight out in front, just until you feel a stretch in the outside of that left hip, the front hip here. And just hold here. We'll hold here for a minute or so. Just breathing. And what we'll do here in between our rounds of pails and rails, nice long deep breath. So inhaling through the nose for a count of 4, and then slow exhale through the mouth for a count of 8. So I'll usually breathe a bit deeper, but I don't want you to have to hear my breathing. So just breathing nice and calm, consciously. Yeah, so this is a nice routine to do. At nighttime, you can do it in the morning, but nice little routine, just get a bit of movement in the hips and strengthen that internal rotation. I'll go another 20 seconds or so here in the stretch. And you notice my spine, I'm still trying to keep a nice straight spine. I'm not rounding forward to get more range or more fold. I'm just reaching my chest forward out in front of me. All right, from here, we'll do our first round of pails and rails. So keep the chest or the height as is, and then start to drive your left knee and shin down into the ground, slowly building up to your maximum or your safest, greatest effort, pressing it down, building up that intensity. Go, keep pressing down for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your right hand on top of the shin and try and lift up with all you can. Lift it up, press it up. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly relax. All right, from there, maybe you get a little bit more range. Maybe you can reach your chest a little bit further out in front. As you find that stopping point, you find a bit more of a stretch. Again, still trying to stay up nice and lengthened with the spine. And then hold that position. We'll hold for about 30 seconds or so. And slow breaths in between. Deep inhales through the nose for count of 4. And long exhales through the mouth for a count of 8 in between here. Before we go into our second round, we'll do 3 rounds. Still maintaining that strength, that straight spine, that anterior tilt of the pelvis. And lift that bum up towards the sky. So we're going to our second round here. So create a little bit of tension in the body, meaning contract your musculature. And then in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drive left knee and shin down into the ground, slowly building up to your maximum effort. To your safest effort, I should say. Safest maximum effort. Don't overdo it, of course. Another 5. Keep pressing it down. 3, 2, 1. Right hand to the shin. Drive it up. Try to lift it up, lift it up, lift it up. Press the shin into the hand. Try and lift it up towards the sky for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly relax. Relax back down. From there, maybe walk the hands a little bit out in front. Maybe you've got a little bit more range now. And still trying to maintain that length through the spine, that anterior pelvic tilt. And going back into recovery mode here. So breathing nice and slow and controlled. Sometimes I like to even close the eyes down between these sets while we're resting. Nice, another 15 or so seconds here. And straight spine, pelvic tilt, interior. Nice. All right, from there, getting ready for our final round. Get some tension in your body. Contract the musculature everywhere in your body. And drive the left shin down into the ground. Slowly building up again, building up to your safest, greatest effort. Pressing down. I'll hold this one a little bit longer this time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hand to shin. Try and lift it up. Maintain that same height, the same stretch you're in. Lift it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, again, maybe you get a little bit more range possibly here. This is our final stretch, and we'll come up for a moment. Another 10 or so seconds. And then slowly come back up. You can lean a little bit off to the side to come back up. Just for a moment, just hold right there. Maybe leaning off to the side and coming back up. Just give yourself a little bit of rest. And what we're going to do, we're going to go to the other side. So you can use the hands if you need. Hands down on the ground, but lift the back leg up. Start to rotate towards the back of the mat. So we're still going to be working that same leg that we were just working. So there's a little left leg here. So we're going to do now a little bit more active, a little more strength-based anyway, I should say. So finding your position of sitting up nice and tall. So whether that's a hand down on the ground, a little bit of support. For me, I like to try and sit up nice and tall, and it helps to have my hands together here, prayer, whatever works for you. I'm continually here trying to press this right knee and shin down into the ground to get myself a little bit of lift. And then what I'm going to do here is just lift the back ankle up and hold it there. So you might get a lot more range than me. But some of you might just think about lifting that back leg up. Whatever you're doing here to try and get as much contraction and as much internal rotation on that back hip It might get a little bit crampy. I'm trying to sit up nice and tall. I'm trying not to fall off to the side. I'm lifting it up. Another 3, 2, 1. Rest. Take a moment. You can bring the hands down for a moment here. We'll do 3 rounds just like that. A couple deeper breaths in between each round. Nice, and sitting back up, finding your tall position here. And again, drive that right knee and shin down at the ground. Try and lift the back ankle up. Drive it up, drive it up. Continually trying to lift it up as high as you can. Mine's not lifting much at all, but I'm feeling a lot of engagement in that back hip. It's really working really hard. And for again, another 3, 2, 1, and rest. Whew, this left side is my weak side. And so drills like this mobility type work, it's really helpful. We'll do 1 more round. Let's lift back up, bring the hands together, lift that back, that ankle up. The mobility work is, it's really helpful, really shows you where you are. Do you have weaknesses or a lack of range, lack of mobility? You can pinpoint some areas that you might need to work on a little more. 3, 2, 1. All right, rest. All right, just in between sides, or in between our movement, let's go back to that left side. And just lean torso a little bit over to the left corner and just fold down a little bit here. Get a little bit of stretch on that side we've been working. All right, we'll come back to that same size. We got right shin across. We're still working that left hip. Now this time what we're going to do, we're still going to try and maintain that height. Sit up nice and tall. And from here, you see I will end up falling a little bit off to the side, but I'm doing my best to stay up nice and tall. I lift the whole shin up this time and hold. And as I hold that shin up, I'm trying to come back towards straight. I'm trying to keep the knee in line with the hip, the ankle in line with the knee for 3, 2, 1. Come back down. Take a moment. Get a deep breath in between rounds here, or reps. We'll do 2 more. So again, find your tall position. Again, if you've got hand down on the ground, it's totally fine to have the hand down here. Maybe a little bit wide, but trying to lengthen the spine, be up nice and tall. Find your tall position, nice and high, and lift again that back shin up. You notice I fall a bit off to the side, but now I'm trying to come back, maintain my height, try to lift the outer ankle up. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Whew. Take a moment. Do 1 more round. My left hip is very struggling today. It's all good. I'm still working hard. Final round. Let's go. Find your height position. Press that right knee and shin down into the ground. Sit up nice and tall and try to lift just the shin up. Lift it up. Draw that knee back. It'll tend to come forward. Sit up nice and tall. Fighting here. 3, 2, and 1. All right, nice. Whew. All right, we'll come back to that side. Again, it's a little stretch in between. All right. Now this next one is a fun one. And when I say a fun one, I mean it's really hard. So this next one, what we're going to try and do, I'll just start with my hand down. We're going to lift that whole shin up and then straighten the leg and come back down. I'm going to try my best not to lean off to the side to allow that leg. That's way too easy. And I'm also not doing anything like this. It's slow, controlled the whole time as best as you can. And from here, press down that front shin, lift up the back leg, start to straighten the leg off to the side. I'm fighting for external rotation. Bring it back in, bring it down. Try and maintain that height, sit up nice and tall. We'll do 5 rounds and 5 reps on this side. So lift it up, straighten that leg, fight for external rotation. So tilting that leg to that side, or rotating the hip towards that side. That's 2. Let's go 3 more. You can do these on your own. If you want, you can do them at the same time. I'm doing them. 2 more. Nice one. Straighten that leg off to the side. Slowly bring it back in. Ooh. And rest. All right. We got one final one on this side. This last one is heel clicks. So what we're going to do, we're going to lift that whole shin up. Then we're going to come through, click the back heel to the front heel, lift it back up, and come back down to that 90-90 position. The whole time we're fighting for as much rotation in that hip as we can. So we lift up, bring it forward, touch the heel. I try to drive this up towards sky, lift up, 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 and come back down. From there, again, the same thing. We'll do again 5 on this side as well. Come forward, driving it up, 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 and back down. And 3 more. Let's stick with it. Nice control here. Mobility is all about control. I'm flying through these movements. 2 more here. That's 1. 1. 1 more. 2. And 2. Whew. All right. Just a few times. We'll rock side to side. Get a bit of movement in the hips. And then we'll do, the same thing on the second side. So we'll start again in that 90-90 position. This time we'll stay on the same side that we were just doing. And we'll go into those pails and rails. So we're back in our 90-90 position with the right shin across the front of the mat here. From here, let's get up nice and tall. Let's get that anterior tilt of the pelvis by pressing down, lifting up, and then lifting my bum back, and then coming back down. So trying to maintain all of that right there. And start to lean out in front of that front hip here, just until you feel the stretch. For some of you, you'll be a bit taller. Some of you, the chest will be a little further forward. And we'll hold here our first passive stretch. We'll hold here for about a minute. Wish to grab the stopwatch. It's okay. Again, when we're going through this passive stretching, just slow breaths, 4 in and then 8 or so out. There's 20 seconds or so left here. And we'll get ready for our pails and rails. So the first one will be, again, pressing that shin and knee down into the ground, maintaining the height, that anterior tilt. And then the second will be lifting the shin up into the ground, into the hand. So on that first round where you press down, just gradually build up to your maximum effort. Don't go straight into it. When you do the second round, when you're lifting the shin up, max effort straight away. All right, let's go. Drive the right shin and knee down into the ground, press it down, slowly build up to your safest and greatest effort. Keep pressing down. Another 5, 4, 3, hand to the shin, 2, 1, drive the shin and knee up into the hand, press it up, press it up, press it up, press it up as much as you can. Holding 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly relax. Nice. And then you see if you get a little bit more range, chest reaches further out in front right here. Come back to recovery mode, slow breathing. Nice, for another 15 seconds. Nice, from there, create that tension in your body, 30% or so, contract your muscles. From there, ready, we'll go back into a second round. Drive the right shin and knee down into the ground, again, slowly building up, pressing down, pressing down. Feel that in the outside of the hip, the glutes on that right side. pressing it down for another 5. Keep pressing down. 4. Spine is straight. Tilting the pelvis back. 2, 1. Hand to the shin. Lift the shin up. Drive it up, up, up. Keep pressing it up. Everything you got. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly relax. All right. Again, reach the chest further out in front. See if you got a little more range possibly here. And back to that slow, controlled breath. Nice breathing with me, another 10 seconds. We're going to our final round on this side. Get ready, create that tension in your body, tensing, get ready. We'll drive down that right shin and knee down as we go. Press it down, again, slowly building up. Continue pressing down, building up, building up, building up. Hold this one a little bit longer, another 10 seconds. 5, 4, keep pressing down. 3, 2, get ready to switch. Hand to the shin. 1, lift the shin up. Press it in, press it up, lift it up. Fighting, trying to lift that shin up. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly relax. And we'll do our last passive stretch. Now we're not folding down here, reaching the chest forward and breathing. All right, 10 seconds here. Slowly walk the hands back in, come and sit back up. And now we'll take our 90-90 back to the other side of the mat. So we'll go now, we'll get that left shin at the front of the mat. And we're still going to be working on that right hip. So we'll start sitting up nice and tall, whether that's hands together in prayer, hands clasped together, or hand off to the side to help you sit up. And again, you still got that option with the block under that front hip as well. So find your version here. You're going to engage, get a little bit of tension throughout the body, and try and lift that back ankle up. So I'm keeping the knee down here. I'm trying to lift that back ankle up towards the sky. You might get a little bit crampy. We're looking for sensation right in here, right on the outside of that hip, fighting for that internal rotation, driving that ankle up towards the sky. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower back down. From here, if you like, in between the rounds, you can sit up to the side. Or you can just sit up nice and tall. Right, so we're going to our second round here. Find your version, sit up nice and tall. Keep pressing this front shin and knee down. Lift the outer ankle up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. Let's take a deep breath. And we'll go again. And sit up nice and tall. Lift that outer ankle up. Lift it up, lift it up. Keep driving, keep fighting for as much lift as you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Rest, take a moment. We'll come back to that other side, actually, just stretch it out in between. I think we did 3 reps on the other side. So we'll stick to 3 on that one. If it was 5, then pause and do your 5. From here, we'll come back to that same position, left shin across, 90-90, sit up nice and tall. And now we'll be looking to lift the whole shin up. And if you can't lift the shin up, it's totally fine, but just think about lifting that leg up. The more consistent you are with this, it'll slowly develop for you. Sit up nice and tall. I'm trying not to lean off to the side, but I always do a little bit. lifting up. And then as I lift up, see I'm coming forward here, but I'm trying to come back to that tall position, trying to keep the knee in line, lifting that knee and shin up towards the sky for 3, 2, 1. Oh, come back down. Yeah, so for me, I've kind of experimented with the hand on the ground to stay tall and lifted, but I find that I lean further off to the side. So for me, I lift up and then I try to come back to center, try and come back to that tall position. If it works for you with the hand on the ground the whole time, go for it. Nice, we'll do 2 more of these, everybody. Let's bring those hands together, sit up nice and tall, lift up that back shin, and try and get back to your highest position that you can. Keep trying to lift that outer ankle up. Keep trying to keep the knee in line with the hip for 3, 2, 1. All right. All right, this next one we'll do. We'll take the stretch in between, so come back to the other side. And the next one we'll do will be that shin lifting up and the legs straightening off to the side. And come back to left shin across the front of the mat. From here, again, find your nice high, tall position. And then lift that shin up, straighten leg to the side. I'm fighting for that external rotation. And bring it back in. Keep driving it up and back down. The whole time you're trying to get that shin lifted up towards the sky. So I'm driving up, and reaching out, driving externally. And as I come back in, I'm still trying to lift it up, and touch back down. We'll do 3 more. You can come with me, or you can go in your own time. 2 more. Last one. Sorry for my grunts and groans. All right, come back down. And we finish with those heel clicks. Pause here, take a couple of breaths. And we'll go back into our final work, and then we might do a couple of little hip openers to finish with. Sit up nice and tall, bring those hands together. And from here, lift that shin up. Click the heel together slowly. Keep trying to lift the shin and knee up. Come back to that 90-90. I'm trying not to lean off to the side. I'm trying to sit up nice and tall the whole time. I'm also keeping this left knee and shin down on the ground. So try not to let it come up as you come forward. And trying to keep it pinned down as you reach the leg back. Not sure how many that was, but we'll do 3 more. 1, 2. Oh, I think I missed my heel on that one. I better come back for it. And 1 final one. Slowly drive it up. And rest. From here, just come to sit back. And just windshield wiper the knees a little bit side to side. The knees don't have to touch the ground here, just whatever feels good in your range of motion. Nice. From here, a couple of options. We'll either come into simple cross legs with the left shin in front of the right, or if you've got the range, you can go left foot to the top of the right thigh. From there, turning towards the right, so turning towards that top foot. And any amount that feels good, a little fold forward. We were reaching the chest really long the whole time. If you're going to fold down here a little bit more, that's totally fine. Nice, from there, lifting back up. While we're here, we'll take the twist. Take your right heel towards your left bum cheek. Step the left foot outside. Left hand plants behind. Sit up nice and tall. Either hugging the knee or forearm on top. Little twist to the left. Some of you might even like the armpit more towards the knee here. Just find your version. All right, untangle, come back to center. And the same options, either this time right shin in front, cross legs, or right ankle on top of the left thigh. From there, sit up nice and tall, turn the torso towards the left, and then any amount, begin to fold forward. All right, sitting back up, this time the left heel towards the right bum cheek, plant that left or right foot outside the left knee, right hand plants behind. Sit you up nice and tall. And you've got the same options here, left forearm twisting to your right. All right, come back through center. Last one, two options. Both will be Gomukhasana, one being seated and one being reclined. So I'll show you both versions. Firstly, the seated version will go left knee on top of the right. From there, you will reach up and any amount fold forward. A couple of things you can do here with the knees. You can squeeze them together a little bit more. You can also try and press the outer pinkies down, or you can just let all that go and just fold. If that doesn't work for you in your body, same position with the feet here. Pull the knees in towards you. So this is supine Gomukhasana, pulling the knees in towards you. And if you need a little bit more with this one, you can try and spread the shins apart from side to side. So shins going in this direction. From there, we'll take it over to the other side. So untangle your legs and find Gomukhasana on the other side. This time we'll go on right knee on top. Of course, if you did the other side last time, you'll switch over. If you did it on your back last time, you can do it on your back again, or you can test it out with the other hip. Might not be as tight. Any amount, fold forward. Or if you're on your back, pull the knees in. An option to try and separate those shins apart. All right, nice everybody. All right, everybody, thank you for practicing. Bring this one into your regular routine. It'll really help you strengthen those hips. Hopefully, have you feeling good. Thank you.